Hi friends, welcome back to Playworld, bringing some more Heroes of the Storm. The new hero Zool is out, so we're gonna check him out.
It is time.
Welcome to the Dragonshire. Enemy team Thrall, Garrison, Greymane, Kel'Thuz, and Zool. Friendly team Asphodon, Li Ming, Illidan, Malfurion, and Zool. Man, that was the longest loading screen. I timed it 21 minutes. Might be a personal record, but thank God for the fate, huh guys? The first time we're gonna be picking up. Alright, so the basic idea behind Zool. He's a melee specialist. He summons the skeletons. Every time something dies, you can have up to 4. Anytime an enemy minion, dies, you can have up to 4 of them active at one time. And we do get this bone armor ability at level 1, which gives us 25% of our maximum health as a shield. And our first talent is dependent on that. So the first thing we're going to grab is going to be bone armor, evades basic attack. While bone armor is active, you evade all basic attacks, but increase the cooldown of bone armor. But oh, I don't like the second part. I don't like the second part. We're gonna slow people down instead. That I did not appreciate too much. Mostly because I do want to spam that a little bit. It might have not been that bad. We're going to go ahead and engage right here on Kel'Thuz. If we can, let's go ahead and put that bone person out. Sorry, you probably don't have no idea what I'm saying, but it is a good character. It's a good character. We're going to go ahead and engage right there. Now trying to turn attention here to the enemy Zool, who's also going to take a little bit of damage. Let's go ahead and put that out there. Maybe even bone person, our fellow friend over there. But for now, it's a little bit lazy. We're just going to try to get out. It looks like Lehman is going to evade it as well. So our abilities, now that I have a little bit more breathing room, are as follows. Our W ability is called Cursed Strikes. It basically makes you cleave incredibly well on all the enemy teams in the lane, or all the enemy things in the lane. Our E ability is called Bone Person. After a short delay, will stun the target. It's not a skill shot, you just click the target. It is a really short range though, so you have to be in their face. And our Q ability is called Spectral Scythe. After a short delay, you can see right there, a scythe comes out and then it travels back towards our direction, which means you can position yourself in a good way to kill everything in the line. We're going to try to lane here in the middle lane because we can kind of poke with the scythe and we can be really obnoxious without getting too close to Kel'Thuz. And you can see there we continue to put skeletons, which are going to continue to push the lane, leading us to be a little bit better. Of course, he does misplay a little bit there, but not a big deal. He will get back safely. That living bomb doing a lot of damage. And of course, look at that. We can actually set ourselves up so we can actually do damage, even if we miss the site, even if the enemy minions move out of the position. You can see there now we have a lot of skeletons pushing the lane, and we're going to try to get here. Of course, evading that, putting that bone person right there on him, but he does get away at the end. And now we're going to try to grab this Dragon Knight as quickly as we can. The enemy team not really coming up to us, and that's going to be the first one of the game. Good job for the friendly team. We're looking good so far. Of course, trying to avoid the majority of that damage. It looks like we do lose Malfurion and Illidan there in the bottom lane. So we're going to try to put as much fire here as we can. Try not to take too much damage, though. We're taking a little bit more than we should. We definitely want to get some towers if we can. At the very least, 2 towers would be really good for the friendly team. I'm going to go ahead and rotate to the top lane, as the enemy team seems to have rotated to the middle, which means they're going to deny me pretty hard. So I definitely need to make sure I get some damage down here onto Bear. Make sure we start attacking that tower. Let's go ahead and pick up a new talent on the way. The next one we're going to pick up is going to be Death Reach. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not going to pretend to tell you guys that I do, as I have not played this guy. So I'm picking whatever sounds good to me at the moment. It looks like they're going to pick me up right here. Without a lot of friendly support, we really didn't do that much with the Dragon Knight, but maybe we can get a little bit of damage right there on that tower. And at the very least, we pick up 1 as we get stunned right here. Let's go ahead and pop that bone armor, and then go ahead and catch these guys right here. We're going to be able to do quite a bit of damage and slow the monk down so Li Ming can get a couple licks in. So you can see that we are kind of slippery. I mean, it's surprisingly slippery for what is basically just a really soft melee assassin with a specialist twist to it. So we can get out of trouble with that bone armor. We can do a lot of cool stuff. Let's go ahead and put that little person right there. That guy's going to be upset about it. And the coolest thing about this guy is that he synchronizes with Li Ming so well, because if you do the bone prism, somebody is just going to get hit in the face, and there's nothing they can do about it. Let's go ahead and pick up a kill right there on Thrall. Nothing that could have been done. And then we're going to take out a couple towers and continue to push this lane aggressively. Remember, we do have those skeletons helping us out, which is making us look very good. And it's going to keep this lane quite shoved. All we need to be is within range, and these guys will spawn little friends every time we kill them, so that's pretty good. You see there's the lane quite shoved, and there's nothing they can do. We can actually go ahead and put the bone right there, giving ourselves a little bit of shielding, and then doing a little bit more damage right there as we start to stack with the root. So all this accidental composition working out really well. I am going to be forced to go to the bottom lane, though, to push that back. The next time we're going to be picking up is going to be Harvest Vitality. Curse Strikes against Heroes Heal You. Again, I'm just doing that because it sounds good. I feel like I'm going to have to be in melee as a specialist, not somewhere I would want to be, so might as well try to do the best out of it. It looks like Asphodon is going to return, so we're going to hold this lane for him for now. All we gotta do is just sort of hang out here and make sure these things are dying. I don't know if he's trying to stack, but I'm trying to push. So I'm just gonna make sure this lane gets pushed as thoroughly as it can. Of course, the enemy Zool doing the same here, or trying to do the same thing here. But we do have a General Hell, which is gonna make it very difficult for him to do anything. Let's go ahead and put that bony person right there on him. He's gonna stay out, which is gonna take a lot of damage, and we're gonna be forced to go ahead and pop our bone armor because we're getting chased a little bit. And we took 2 tower licks, which was never okay. So let's go ahead and back up, hit up the healing wall, and then return here in a moment, 1 second, till we get this stuff going. It looks like that's when I'm taking a little bit of damage. So let's go ahead and engage right there. We are gonna get trapped, but that's quite alright because the enemy Aspen tried to go. The enemy Kel'Thas tried to go really deep. Our friendly Aspen didn't, but he's also getting chased away here by Zool, Kel'Thas, and of course that Greymane. Tons of damage, great flame strike, and it looks like they're gonna go and grab that bottom shrine. For the moment, the friendly team though securing the top shrine with not a lot of issues, and they might be able to push this tower, this lane, and get a tower to the gate because the tower's already dead. I forgot about that, which will be a net win for us. Put a little bit of pressure, although the enemy team pushing really severely in this bottom one. If that's when myself and Li Ming can hold them on, this will be a big win. However, Zool right there already avoids the Arcane Orb. That could have been a ton of damage, and the enemy team begin to chase behind us. We finally make it here, and it looks like we're going to be able to catch this Kel'Thas. Yes, we are, but really not enough. Go ahead and pop that armor and make sure we stab these guys. Though the dunk was good, but not good enough, and the enemy team getting out of here in a moment. Let's go ahead and get on Zool. We're going to be able to do a ton of damage. We do pick him up, trying to go super deep. Can we get to him? It looks like we're not, but that's quite alright because Aspen already just securing this bottom thing, and we're going to push the lane as aggressively as we can, trying to make him pay for overextending. It looks like we're doing quite alright so far. Let's go ahead and engage in this bottom tower. It looks like Greymane trying to be really, really cute. We're going to go ahead and put him right there. And he's going to get lasered to death, but I can't really commit any further because, of course, he would actually pick me up quite easily. We do quite a bit of damage. We do have the monk right here. He's going to force us to pop that armor and walk away. We don't have a healing wall, which means I got to go home. I'm completely out, and I'm going to be completely useless. Looks like the enemy team going to take over this bottom half. Nothing we can do there. Aspen needs to get out if he can. We're going to pick up an ultimate. And I think I'm going to go for Skeleton Mages. Poison Nova seems really good, and we're in a lot of, we're in combat a lot, so it seems like a sensible choice, but I just like the idea of slowing people down, later getting that Executioner. I think is going to have nice synergy. So that's the reason why we're picking that. And for now, we'll return to the middle lane. Hopefully try to get a gank here on Kel'Thas. Li Ming helps me out, although she does tilt a little bit sooner than I expected, and he gets away. But now we have skeletons, we have a big push, and this is going to begin to do damage there. At the very least, we'll get the healing. Well, there we go, Justice. And now we can rotate to the top lane, try to put a little bit of pressure, or down to the bottom lane to defend. Either way, we need a little bit of assistance. The friendly team needs to move together at this point, level 10 to level 11. We definitely have a little bit of advantage, but not nearly enough. Let's go ahead and engage on Zool. He's the target that's going to be the easiest to hit. Let's go ahead and pump him right there. Tons of damage going out, and the dunk is real, but the palm was real as well. Let's go ahead and put those mages behind us, and they're going to begin to hit really hard. And here comes the scythe. Wham! Picks up a kill. Let's go ahead and put that person right there on the monk on top of the root. He's not looking great, so we begin to do a ton of damage. He's going to try to get out. Let's go ahead and put the scythe yet again. He's going to hit him for a little bit of damage, but we really don't have enough. Can we get one more Moonstrike? It looks like Malfurion unable to do that. We lose 2 members of the friendly team in the middle lane. So far, that was an even trade, even though it looked like we were going to get ahead. Let's go ahead and push this lane a little bit, trying to make sure we get a little more pressure here on the monk. Bone Prism on him just to try to scare him off. He is going to take quite a bit of damage right there, and I'm just going to try to get close to him to try to continue to engage, make sure we hold this lane. Of course, the friendly team about to grab that top shrine. We're in a little bit of trouble here, I'm not going to lie. We're going to avoid that. Let's go ahead and avoid person that Greymane. That's the scariest thing about it, and we're going to try to lose the scythe behind us, but we do get taken down. The enemy team about to secure that bottom shrine. Nobody in the middle for the pickup for the friendly team, although they are pushing on the top lane. They do pick up the kill on the enemy Zool, and this push might be worth it if it can get a forward. However, they gotta be mindful that Thrall is already rotating. Li Ming trying to make her way over there. Big engagement. Illidan jumping in. The roots are real. The Arcane Orbs does a lot of damage. And it looks like our friendly Illidan goes down. We do take their Greymane. Good a little amount of damage there from Thrall. He's gonna get lasered out. And it looks like the friendly team finally getting the upper hand on that. 13 kills to 8. We have 55,000 siege damage. 20,000 hero, which is not bad comparably to Li Ming's 23 and Greymane's 21 on the enemy team. Let's go ahead and try to grab a Dragon Knight, shall we? The next time we're gonna be picking up is going to be Giant's Curse. Increased curse strikes damage to heroes, because again, it just sounds good. I'm going to try for a curse strikes damage build, and if that doesn't work, then maybe we'll try something else next time. But for now, I'm pretty committed to it, and it seems to be working okay, although we have died twice, which is more than I would like at this stage in the game. Of course, the enemy team does secure the top shrine. Now we're about to have a team fight. Kel'Thas rotating here a little bit out of position. Let's go ahead and put that Void Prism on him. Do tons of damage, and here we go. That's a kill. No problem. Now we're in complete domination. I don't know what that Metamorphosis was about. I think he was trying to predict the move, but he okey-doked himself. Let's go ahead and go really deep, putting out our mages right there. They're going to begin to do a lot of damage. Big engagement. Oh, that was pretty close. We do pick up the kill. However, Illidan going way too deep, son. He gets taken down. Now the friendly team in a little bit of trouble. However, Asmodean, can you grab that top temple, buddy? Can you do it for me? Can we get away with this? It looks like it's going to be really, really close. The friendly team is going to try to zone for me, as I'm going to just click maniacally here. But nope, let's go ahead and just put the Void Prism and try to engage right here if we can. Of course, the friendly team gets taken down right there. We're trying to make it away. This Malfurion in a lot of trouble. I'm going to try to stop him, but it looks like the enemy team is going to get away with it. Now we have to dramatically engage the enemy team with a couple players down, because if not, they're going to go ahead and grab that free Dragonite. That's definitely not something we want, especially because we still have a level advantage. If they get the Dragonite, we're going to begin to get into a little bit of trouble. Let's go ahead and engage right there. Tons of damage going on. We do have the laser, which means we're in a little bit of a better spot. Of course, they do still have that Monk Palm, so we got to be careful. Aswan going really, really deep for that. I don't appreciate it. Illidan finally back, and now we do see Thrall in the top lane. We got to hold this middle one and try to push if we can, or maybe make a move. It looks like Malfurion securing the bottom, so I'm going to go to the top lane with Li Ming. Two of us together might be able to pick up a kill. If Illidan had Hunt, though, this would have been a very different story. It looks like, let's go ahead and engage right there on this guy. We're going to avoid the Wolf, no problem. He's going to take a lot of damage trying to stay in here with us and try to trade, but he's taking so much damage, and we're going to put the mages right there because we don't care. We just want to make sure he dies. Li Ming are able to secure that top temple. And now we got to run to the middle to make sure we cover for that Malfurion. It looks like we're going to find Greymane in the middle. Tons of damage going out. Let's go ahead and shield ourselves, put that Q, and do a ton of damage. However, the friendly team not really moving, responding in kind. Finally, Li Ming and Illidan coming here, beginning to chase it. Do grab the Monk. I'm going to try to sneak in and grab that Dragonite, of course. Oh, can we get in here? Can we get in here? Looks like Sul's dead. He definitely noticed us. So let's go ahead and engage right there. We don't have enough mana for the person. There it is. And he's going to get stuck. And that is going to be a good kill. Now the friendly team able to secure this Dragonite. Oh, nope. It looks like going to grab the top temple yet again. I'm completely out of mana. I don't have a healing will, so I'm going to be forced to go back at the worst possible time as we pick up another talent at level 16, which is going to be Executioner. That's what we got the mages for. We're going to do a little bit more damage to stun targets. Hopefully that'll work out. I don't know. So far we have 31,000 damage done. Again, not bad. Close to Li Ming's 33,000. The enemy Zul at 37,000 with a lot more siege damage because, of course, he's been laning. So maybe we'll go ahead and take a look at what he built after the game. For now, let's go ahead and try to be a little bit better about engaging right here and doing a little bit of damage to this Monk. Remember, the palm is still up. We're going to try to force it. There it is. And now the moment he comes the palm back, let's go ahead and put the mages out just to secure the kill. Also deter this Greymane dive because it looked like he was going to do it, but he never did at the end. Let's go ahead and push the lane. Now they have some skeletons and some other nonsense. Sul trying to defend here. Of course, we do have the enemy Thrall right there. Let's go ahead and put that prison out. Here comes the Scythe. We get in a good spot, and that is going to be another kill for the friendly team. Now dominant in this position as we're going to head to the bottom lane, trying to grab this as well. And if we can, then maybe get a second Dragon Knight and get something going on with it, because we did grab the first one of the game. Didn't get a single tower from the actual Dragon Knight, and that was a little bit sketchy. So let's go ahead and grab this, then maybe rotate to the middle lane. We still have the numbers advantage. Right now is the moment to do it. I might just Scythe these guys real quick to make sure the lane is pushed, so the enemy team has to either deal with this or stop the Dragon Knight. It looks like they're not going to do either or, so I'll just hang out down here and pick up the kill in this fort for free to make sure it gets shoved as thoroughly as possible. Looks like Illidan chasing the enemy Greymane right there. Does do a good dive. The dunk was through, and then the Metamorphosis picks up the kill in the bag. Nowhere to go, son. You're just going to go down. Now the enemy team doing a good job of defending right here, but we should be able to pick up yet another kill in the fort, and now we're looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and put that Void Prison, sorry, that Bone Prison, and we're going to do a little bit of damage, but now we're going to be forced back, of course. The enemy team with a really good presence. No support here for the Dragon Knight yet. He's going to take a lot of damage. What my rule here is going to be stick near the Dragon Knight and then, of course, pop those skeletal mages right behind them and then maybe get on the enemy Sul right there. He's going to take a lot of damage, though. He's going to take a lot of damage. We do pop the Bone Armor, taking a lot of damage from the Poison Nova, but now the enemy team very, very low, and here comes Li Ming to clean up. Good Arcane Orb, good Magic Missiles. They got to run back through the mages. They take a lot of damage to secure yet another kill. That ultimate is hilarious. I kind of appreciate it. Now the friendly team rotating here. We did pick up the fort on the top with a really strong presence, 3-level advantage. We're going to move into their gates, although Illidan taking a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and just shove a little bit of a Scythe right there, and then make sure we get some skeletons by killing these things to put a little bit of pressure on the towers. Of course, not trying to go too deep because the enemy team can't poke quite well with that Kel'Thas, so we don't want to take unnecessary damage. We're going to keep ourselves topped off and wait for the enemy team to try to chase. Of course, Thrall trying to go deep. Greymane overexposing himself. We do miss that slightly, but we do pick up a kill right there as we secure yet another one And for now, I guess we should back out. There's really no need for us to stay here and continue to shove this. However, the friendly team might opt to continue to do that because the enemy team doesn't really have an answer for this at this point. They're just going to have to deal with the pressure. We should be getting camps. We should be doing other stuff, which is what I'll go do right now. At level 20, we're going to grab Bone Spear. Don't ask me why. I just like Bone Spear. It's a little bit more damaging. The other ability is, I believe, you spawn mages whenever you kill the enemy heroes. That just seemed underwhelming. And I like the idea of having another targeted ability so you can pick up people when they're going away from you, when they're trying to run. Because it just seems more powerful. Let's go ahead and support Li Ming here. She's in a scary spot trying to do some nonsense. And I don't appreciate that not too much. So let's make sure she does it as quickly as possible so we can get out of here. Because that is not a good move when the entire enemy team is back. Except for Thrall, but he was coming back in a second, so... Still not great. Let's go ahead and look at stats for now. We finally have 47,000 hero damage done, picking up the lead in every little aspect, even beating the enemy Soul with 44,000. 24 kills to 12. We're doing pretty good at 4 killing blows, 10 assists, 2 deaths, which again, still more than I'd like, but they happened early, so that's quite alright. It looks like we're going to engage right here. The mages go out right behind the enemy team. Let's go ahead and put that person right there on this Greyman if we can get to him. It looks like we're not going to be able to get to him, so he's going to run away. However, the enemy team getting complete decimated. Li Ming with a ton of damage, and now we're going to go ahead and put the person right there. Can we get it? Looks like we're not going to be able to get it, as they were a little bit quicker than we were. So we're just going to pick up the kill here in the fort and then just push stuff nonsensically. It looks like Asmodeen's continuing to chase that Greymane all the way to the top lane. I'm going to go ahead and secure the bottom temple. Maybe we can get yet another Dragon Knight, and that should be a secure win if the friendly team moves on it. It looks like they're not really opting to go for that. They're going for a big push in the middle lane. That's quite alright, I suppose, as long as they capitalize on it. It looks like the enemy team responding, and now finally Li Ming and Malfurion heading to the top lane to deal with that. I wonder if they will grab the Dragon Knight or if they're going to clean. It looks like they're going to do both. Good job, friendly team. So we'll hang out here by the statue and right-click feverishly until it happens. It looks like we're going to get it absolutely no problem. And we'll rally with our friendly team. The last thing we want to do is run this thing by itself into the open world, as the enemy team can get some free damage. It looks like we're going to be okay, though. I'm going to push this top lane since Li Ming and Malfurion already on that. Might as well do that. Let's go and put a little bit of fire damage right there and let these guys walk through to make sure our lane gets here no problem. So we're going to try to engage right here. Oh, tons of damage going out. The prison is severe, and we're going to take a little bit more damage than we wanted to. Of course, the enemy team taking a lot more damage as well, trying to stay in here. And we're just going to put some fire out and then just engage right here on the monk. Here comes the punt. And it looks like a great kill, as he thought he was going to have the palm. It never came, and we do a lot of damage. I'm going to go ahead and turn on Thrall. We pick up yet another kill. And now the friendly team in a good spot here. Let's go ahead and put more fire. We do get caught by that gravity lab. So not a big deal, though, because the main thing we're doing here is distracting, as Asmodeen is taking a lot of damage on there, but he's also dealing a lot. Let's go ahead and punt this. Oh, Illidan can't quite do it, but we can do a lot of damage right here, and then put the mages right in behind them, and that's going to do enough damage to pick up the kill on the enemy Zul as we walk away momentarily. Of course, this Greymane taking a lot of damage as well, and we're going to take, oh, so much damage. Can we pick up the person on him? Yes, we can, and of course, the Metamorphosis on top of that. Unnecessary overkill, but look at what? Guess what? We did it anyway because it was fun. Looking at it now, 30 kills to 13. We have been passed by Li Ming, 65,000. We were in the Dragon Knight. It's reasonable that she did that, but we did pick up 2 kills. 2 keep kills on that, and now we can push for the win. It's just a matter of doing precisely that. The first thing we're going to do is try to kill these minions so we can get some more skeletons, get this show on the road, and maybe get on the other side and secure a prison right there on this Kelthos. He's going to take a lot of damage. He does get secure right there. We pick up the kill, turn back to the core, which now has no shields, and the enemy team is just going to sit there and watch as we're going to just kill his stuff, and they can't really do anything about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, a melee specialist. Rather interesting, 31 kills to 13. My name is Al. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.